Welcome to another edition of The Chamber right here on City TV. Of course, on The Chamber, as Parliament is on recess, we engage former members of Parliament who have in-depth knowledge about public life and all other aspects of the Ghanaian society and are in the position to contribute to the body of knowledge in the country. This week, we have a very interesting personality, born on July 14, 1958. It's no stranger to Greater Accra NDC politics for that matter, and has manned, of course, ably assisted someone to man the Ministry of Food and Agriculture in the country. He's also a member of Parliament for the Dade Kotopon constituency. My guest this week is the Honorable Nii Amasa Namwale. I'll take a break. When I come back, we'll delve into the other issues in the discussion. Stay with us. Back from the break. The Honorable Nii Amasa Namwale is my guest. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's been a while since the public heard from you, not being in the public domain. Is it deliberate that you've gone quiet in the aftermath of the 2020 election?
Yes. Let me greet your cherished viewers. Yes, it is deliberate because I've been in the news since 2017, the media since 2017, 5 days in a week since 2017, and I made up my mind that after 2020, whether we win or we lose, I'm going to be out of the media for some time, so that I'll give the media a break, because I've been every day I see something, and to me I think it's too much. Politically, I have to scuba dive and then come up and be seen fresh, so that people will listen to me and take my opinions that I put across.
Yeah, but and in that period, what has been engaging? What has been
I went doing LLB. I went doing LLB, to while away time. My two kids, my two children, Feruza and Nakoko, all had LLB. One is a solicitor in England, and they are doing law. And I said, well, why not I do the law too, and to give them backing, whilst I'm enjoying my pension or my out of public service. I will be doing some research for them to aid them in their profession. So that's why I went taking law. And
this week it's become quite topical, especially.
Well, I'm part of the 499.
Interesting.
Yes, I'm part of the 499.
The 499 that we have had. People come up, especially this week. All sorts of petitions have gone to President, to Parliament for something to be done, even if the issue is about space.
Yeah.
What's your own view on that?
Well, to me, I believe in the whole world, it is only in Ghana that if you have LLB, you have to write exam to go and do the professional bar course. And I cited Professor Asari that says that let the universities and other institutions teach the professional course, and then send your questions, and then let people come and write. They are not the only people who have the knowledge to do it. While I'm chatting with him, I'm also seeing that of Nigeria, where in Abuja, where I visited, they have a very big law school campus, and almost every state has a law school. Almost, I'm not saying all, almost. They have a lot of law schools scattered all over, with the coordinating center in Abuja. So look at the Nigerian number of universities that they have. I went to university in Nigeria. As at the time I was living in Nigeria, you have about 34 universities. And by now I know they will have over 50 universities. And about over 20 of them are doing LLB. And they just go straight to their law school. So the whole world, we are the only country that writes entrance exams to go to law school. Gambia is making a lot of money out of us. Now they are even not picking Ghanaians again because we flood their law school and they don't have space for us. Sierra Leone too, Ghanaians are there, like Nigeria, Nigerians are there, Zimbabwe. Why should Ghana, we send our money? Like my daughter, I spent £24,000 a year for her to become a solicitor.
In the Inns of Courts?
Come again?
In the Inns of Courts?
No, a solicitor. He didn't go for it. He just went and did the solicitor. Okay. That's what I'm saying, that £24,000 sterling. Just think of how what that man can do in our economy. You see, and we cry there are no lawyers. The Attorney General is crying there are no lawyers. The Chief Justice is crying there are no judges. and yet with the institution that will train judges to, you say no, they shouldn't go and train them. So
is it not because of the construct of a legal profession as a conservative profession?
I don't believe that, because there are people. I can go to England to go and do my solicitor and come no, I won't practice. I'll portray on the street of Ghana that I'm a lawyer. I can sit in my office, draft things for people, do all things that lawyers will do. The only thing that I will not do is I will not go to court. I can do everything for you, and then get somebody to go to court, because I'll be a solicitor. You see, so these are some of the things that I think they should open up, because what they are doing, in actual fact, you know, I was following Professor Alabi. Our plan then, that if we had won, we will do everything legally to make sure that the professional course is studied at the universities. Maybe private people can set up universities to teach, institutions to teach those professional courses, so people will go and write the exams, the bar exams. So if you say you will teach and write the exams, you open up examination for people who think they know to go and write. That is one. Two, they are crying no space. Yes, if somebody goes to the Ghana Law School 1 year, 2 years, and he doesn't pass, you have taught him. Let him go out and come and write the exams. Don't keep him there.
The issue with that many have is also with standardization, and that when the General Legal Council sometimes goes around the law faculties that we have presently, not many of them meet the standards. And so if you are allowing the professional training to be done or to be opened up to be done at just any part, the issue of standards.
If the person has no standard, he will not pass.
Okay.
If the person has no standard, he will not pass. Let somebody go to a Nigerian university to go and do. No, I won't use that. This Kofi Annan, the hospital opposite Kofi Annan, do you know they are training medical officers?
Yes, it's a family health.
It's a family health. Say that they are have big, they are not qualified, the facilities are not there. Let them do it. Set your exams and see whether they will pass or they will not pass. Set your exams and let the people that you taught that they know, they all should go and write the exams and see who will pass and who will fail. That is it. Set your exams, set your bar questions. Those who have not been taught well will not pass.
Is this the first time you've taken the entrance exam?
This is my second time. As I told you, the first time I didn't know I have to. You know, I did LLB from University of London, so I didn't know I have to take Ghana Legal System and Constitution. I thought it's all Ghana Legal. So when I was going to write the exam, they said no, they won't let me write the exams. So I have to run to Mount Crest to go and do Ghana Legal System and Constitution, and then I came and do the exams.
I see. But this, I mean, research, reading about you before this interview, it shows a man who is very determined. I mean, with an MPhil in agronomy, worked within the agricultural setup, and then decided to get into politics. Tell us about your life, your upbringing, early life, and how you got into politics.
Oh, politics! My mother brainwashed me to go into politics because my mother, when we were young, was an activist, was a CPP activist. My mother was illiterate though. A fishmonger, and she brainwashed me. And when we were growing up in Koforidua, he was calling me Osajifo. Oh, you be the prime minister in Ghana. You will be this, you will be that. And he was taking me to rallies, you know. And you know what he told me? He told me, I took you to rally. I was carrying you, and when Nkrumah was greeting, he greeted me. He shook my hands and touched my son's cheek and said, "Madam, take care of your son. Or you will be prime minister in the future." So that went into my mother's head and he brainwashed me. But all along, it wasn't in my mind to go into politics at the time that I went into politics. I was working in the Upper East region as the agroforester. I was in charge of the agroforestry in the Upper East region, the regional agroforestry officer. So then we came into party politics. I was a fan of the PNDC.
Okay. This is 92. Or before 92?
Before 92.
Okay.
I was working in the Upper East region. I went there 89, 90. Joined the URADEP program and I was working. But I was a fan of Rollins. Okay. And the Kedra things that we were doing it all over the place and all this. So when we were going to democracy, you know, they formed the Eagles Club, the Heritage Club, the Dankwa Buzia and all those things. Even though I was a fan of Rollins, I decided to join the Dankwa Buzia people.
Why?
Oh, you know, they came, you know, it was like agitation. People started doing all sort of things. Even though I was for Rollins, I didn't join the Eagle Club. I didn't join there was another club. I think Eagle Club. Then there's this heritage club. And then, so I decided to join the Dankwa Buzia club in Bogatanga. But whilst I was attending their meetings and all those things, then people will be asking, oh, so which group do you belong to? Then I will intentionally say, oh, I belong to, let's say, Heritage or Eagles Club. Then the people will start insulting me. You understand? I say, but it's freedom of expression, freedom of association. Why?
What was the why did they? So they expected that because of where you are, you expected to belong to that side.
Yeah,
what was the reason for that?
Even though I do go to the Dankwa Buzia with the social center. This thing, not all of them come, but on the street of Boga has political agitation. So, you know, in the evening in Boga, those days there was no electricity. Okay, Royals brought electricity in 1990. So we go to sit at the train bar or state STC yard to drink. We'll be there socializing till 10 p.m. You know, before we all go to our various bungalows and our houses. We're civil servants, most of them are from South. But in conversation, they asked me, then somebody told one of my friends that this Namwale, his argument is not in tandem with what we all belong as elites. I say, but what? So you think the way you are thinking, I should think the way you are thinking.
There should be diversity of thought.
Yes. So I saw that the Dankwa Buzia people are not tolerant at all. Because when somebody says, oh, I belong to this thing, at least we are not starting politics. So we should allow anybody to, but you start insulting the person. So I left it, and then I didn't even go to the what do you call it, the Eagle Club. I didn't join them. So I traveled all the way from Upper East to come to La, to come and join the NDC and went back.
This was before the 92 election.
For the 92 election. So I came and voted here. And those days, it wasn't in my mind to contest for the MPship or anything. It wasn't in my mind. I know I'm NDC. I campaign for NDC in Upper East because I was an agriculture officer, an extension officer. I go to the field. I meet the farmers. I used the opportunity to tell them to vote for the NDC.
But that's against the law.
It wasn't against the law. You see, these are some of the things. You see, when I was a civil servant and I wanted to contest for MP, people were saying, I said, tell me the law that says you should resign. It is not written anywhere. It's not written anywhere.
The principles of civil service. There's permanence. You have to be you have to be impartial so that you can serve every government that comes in.
I was impartial. You know what? I was impartial.
Even by having a party card.
Yes, I was impartial in my policy implementation. The Kufuor policy. When Kufuor came, his policies I was implementing. Even by then I've come on transfer to Accra. Yeah. I was implementing Kufuor's policy, and then one day Chikabati and their group came. They were distributing red band to us that we should go on strike or something of that sort. I asked, why should we go on strike? They were trying to give us, look, this our Ministry of Agric here, Department of Cross Services. So far as I'm concerned, nobody is going on strike. Then somebody can say, but you are NDC. I say, yes, I'm NDC. But I will implement the policy of Kufuor because he is the president. And his policies must be implemented. I will implement it. If the policy doesn't work, it's not me. It is his policy. Yeah. He is the president. So I have to implement his policy. And I implemented his policy. You understand? Kwashika and Kwe, they were all making a whole lot of noise trying to remove me here and there. But I asked them a question. When I asked them a question, they couldn't answer. There's nowhere, it's not written anywhere, that if you're a civil servant, you cannot join a political party. The only thing that is a civil servant should not do, should not stand on the political platform.
That you can
you can join a political party.
Politics. Okay.
Look, if the constitution allows you to join a political party, you should vote and join a political party. But make sure that it does not conflict with
parties.
No, politics. You can do active politics, but it should not conflict with your work.
Okay.
I do my work. Let's say when I became a candidate here, I close at 5, bring the government car home, park it, or maybe I'll just go and park it in front of my uncle's house, get out of the car, join my people, do my house to house all over the place. When we close and everything, then I go and sit in government car and then I was not using government car and I was not using government time to do my politics.
Okay. All right. So tell us how you became MP of Dadekotopon in 2009. You won 2008?
2005.
You won 2005?
2005. I won 2004, became MP 2005. Then I left 2016.
16, yeah.
Or 2017,
yeah.
I would say. Well,
That's like a long one, like it's a long
I was 3 terms.
Yeah.
I was an NDC activist in Dadekotopon. I was supporting Sylvester Mensah. Those days, I was an executive member. I was a civil servant, and I was an executive member of the Dadekotopon NDC. So, we went to the election 2000, and we lost. We lost in Dadekotopon for the first time, and we lost nationally. It wasn't in my mind, even though I was an executive member. But then our former chairman, the chairman who died, who became my chairman, along the line called me and said, please, Nyamasa, do your things right.
That's Dr. Kwabneji.
No.
For this constituency.
Okay. Called Magnus, Anang, Anyete, Magnus Anyete, Anang Anyete. He told him, look, put your things right. One day, you'll be MP of this constituency. But that didn't go into my head. I was doing making sure that we win. By then, I had my MPhil, and I was pasting posters for Sylvester Mensah all over the Dadekotopon, putting up flags and all those. I came down, doing everything that we have to do, campaigning.
MP at the time.
Come again.
He had been.
He was the MP at that time.
At the time, yeah.
And when we were going for this, I was posting posters all over the place. I was carrying posters and doing because I wasn't giving the posters to the small boys to go and share, because the experience I saw is that he gave posters to some people, gave them money, and then they went and dumped the poster in the gutter at Sankara.
Oh.
They dumped it at Sankara. So when I saw it, I said, oh, so somebody saw it and called us. So we collected it. So when they gave me, Sylvester Mensah and Co gave me the posters to make sure the boys would do it. No, it's not because of the money. So I, myself, and a certain guy called Feli, and a certain guy called Shumpabwa, the 3 of us will go around all the lampposts, and then where we have to post the poster, we'll do it in the night. Then come and sleep. Then following morning, I go to work. So we lost the elections. When we lost elections, there was one guy, the youth organizer then, called Odreyamo. Dr. Odreyamo. Came out. No, he wasn't a doctor then, but he came out that he wanted to be the MP. I said, okay, fine, let's support him. He called us and said he wants to be the MP. But then Sylvester Mensah has gone to UK to go and continue his education. And it was tough. When we lost the election in Dadekotopon, it was tough. But my chairman said, look, we shouldn't allow the NDC to die in Dadekotopon. So he continued. Our chairman, the Sonsansi chairman died. That day he was deputy. The Sonsansi chairman died. So he continued as an acting chairman, and we went to election and we lost. So he said the NDC should not die in Dadekotopon. So we started going to our branches to reorganize them. When we go, the way they were insulting us, and we were going. There was no money. Sylvester Mensah is not around to support us. So I was using my money to organize my civil service money, and I was an assistant director. And when I go on trek, the little money that I get, I bring it, and then that's what we're using to organize our people as we were going. By then, it wasn't in my mind. It was Benyamo that I knew he was going to be the MP. He got a scholarship and went to UK. And I told him, when you go, bring T-shirts and all those things, some money for us to use. But he didn't do it.
So you were left to your own fate. And so how did you win the election in 2004?
No, so I was doing it and then went for primary. So when the time for primaries came, they opened the nomination. They said, then my chairman called and said, are you stupid? You have used your money to mobilize all the branches and all those things. Go and pick the form and contest. So immediately I was going to pick the form. Sylvester Mensah came, he wanted to contest. Odreyamo came, he wanted to contest. A certain man who's a nurse in UK came, he wanted to contest. And there was one Ganslati who also wanted to contest. So I said, okay, fine. Along the line, they tried to do, they even went and made a publication against me that I wanted to kill somebody. False publication on, I think, 15th of October. 2002. Either 2002, 15th of October. Chronicle, banner headline. murder attempt on NDC Keda. Joshua Labi and Agri Director cited. That was the headline. I will never forget that day. And that day, I was in charge of food, World Food Program, and we were doing it in Kaswa. So I was in my pickup going, and then the news flash came. And then when I got there, Kwashiga was looking for me. Meanwhile, I'm the lead person to organize. I've organized the thing that I was dodging, tried dodging. So later I came and I was exonerated. That story wasn't true. They just tried to. So we went to the primaries and I won by landslide.
All right. On the note of Nia Masana Mwale, the Agric Director, winning the primaries, we'll take a break. When I come back, we'll look at how he won the elections. Of course, get into other serious matters about whether he misses Parliament, what can be done to improve upon Parliament, and of course, what he's doing as a Commissioner of Oaths. We'll be back after the break. Stay with us. This is The Chamber. The break. This is still The Chamber. We're having a conversation with the Honorable Ni Amasan Namwale. So, 2002, we went into, we're talking about the issues, won the primaries, and then we went into the 2000.
I won the primaries, it was published in Graphic.
Yeah.
Namwale wins Dadekotopon primaries. It was not a half page, a quarter page. And I went to work and I was just looking around. What would the Kwashiga be doing? Then I think Dr. Dapa, hey, they were looking for me. And I was dodgy. Because they have in mind that if you are civil servant, you don't have to do. But that story just went about. Then one MPP guy, Duncan. Is it Kwame Duncan? Something Duncan. He came doing some. Say, hey, Namwale, I saw your name in the Graphic. That was a very beautiful publication. I said, oh yeah, and that's all. I went to the elections, and you know what?
At the time, nobody raised it up until the time you went to the election.
No, nobody could raise it up
because you.
The only thing is that Kwashiga was telling my boss, Dr. Puku. I was serving directly under Dr. When I came to Accra, I was in charge of tree crops in Ghana. I was a tree crop development specialist. So all the tree crops that you see over there, I have knowledge in all those things. So my boss said, "Hey, Nia Master, Hamio." And my boss was a cousin to President Kufuor.
Okay.
And he is MPP. And I am NDC. They come and they'll be holding meetings, MPP meetings in the office and all this. But me, and I am, and he knows I'm NDC. Hey, Nia Master, Hami. Then, when Kwashiga will be telling, hey, take the car away from him. Take this, try to, put him in the corner that I will resign or leave. Then listen, but he will come and say, oh, hey, Kwashiga say me car don't feel home. Kwashiga say I should take the car away from him. Kwashiga say I should not do this. But I was quiet. But whatever they say, I say, where is the law? The constitution says you cannot be an MP and you cannot be a civil servant. I am not an MP. I'm only aspiring to be an MP. So along the line, I was able to go through. But I won Dadekotopon. God, MPP was having Dadekotopon. They won by a vote over 5,000 vote difference. Yeah. So people did not give me a dog's chance. But I am an Agric Extension officer. And I know how one-on-one can do to people. So what I do is that I wake up very early in the morning, myself, chairman, Magnus Sanyete, some guy called Okuka Kwete, then Raf Ativi and Agbesi. They will come. I will meet at a point in the house in the morning around 6:30. We'll go door to door. When I enter the house, my name is Nia Masana Mwale. I'm contesting for the MP. This is my flyer. I won't allow you to engage me in a conversation that will talk. So if you come to the rally, you will hear me. You ask questions, I will be answering because then I will be shaking everybody in the house.
What is the single most important factor that ensured that we crossed that vote deficit of 5,000, which we had?
I believe door to door and shaking hands with people. So some MPP people voted for me and say, "I'm me MP, wa mama ho. Na mo alaba me ho. I say me to man. Okay, me to man to man Kufuor." And that's how I made it.
You benefited from ticket splitting or skirt and
blouse? Yes, I benefited from skirt and blouse. But then the MPP was not divided in Dadekotopon. But I I won by a vote difference of 9,000. I swear the 5,000 and won the vote difference of 9,070. 9,070. You know.
And you were in Parliament for a span of
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Until someone who's also, I mean, Vincent Odote Soa.
This Odote Soa won because I underrated him. I underrated him. 1. 2. I think I was cheated in the cantonment, Laboni, and how do you call it? Polo grounds. I thought I didn't send strong. I thought I'll win because I won in all the police stations in Dadeko.
Some say that at a point in time, you there were concerns about whether you were really going to contest or not.
No.
I remember that very clearly.
No. I was going to contest. I contested the primaries. You know, the NDC was divided too.
Yes, that's the point I'm making.
The NDC was divided because the person who contested me didn't win. He thought you would win.
Yes.
Because he instructed a whole lot of MP people to come and vote.
Because of the electoral college.
Yeah, because of the electoral college. He registered with the aid of the regional executives then. You know, when I won, I insulted them. If you could remember, they said they have suspended me.
Yeah.
They allow him to put in a lot of MPP people. But one thing, I have a very big family. And my mother's family in La Town, that's Oseklewe. Most of them are MPP. Even my cousins are MPP. So when they slaughtered in a lot of MPP people, most of them are my relatives. And most of them are people who have come to me as an MP and I've helped them. So even when they thought they were going to win, in fact, it got to a point during the primaries, during that day, I told our chairman came, protest. I said, no, I won't protest. Let them take it. And yet I won. To my own surprise, the primaries, to my own surprise, because I knew they have arrested a whole lot of MPP people. You will see an MPP person coming to vote against me. So I thought, I've lost, so it doesn't matter.
But your opponent was, in a way, was quite known, maybe for football administration and also
the premise.
La youth.
It was Kateno.
Yes.
A very strong
Titi
Kateno, who told his people to do skirt and blouse. President Bama won by 5,000 votes. Yeah. And I lost by 1,400 votes.
I'm talking about the general election now.
The general election, yeah.
To get to.
I underrated him. I underrated Odote Soa. I underrated him. And that was my mistake. I shouldn't have. And yet, while underrated, yet I won. I won in Lakpana. I won in La Township. I won all the indigenous areas and all this. I won. Because I was very confident in winning. But I lost in Laboni, Cantonment, some part of Bema Camp and all this. That is where I say I underrated Odote Soa, especially in the Nokotwe over here. When he was doing all this, I should have gone there to counter him. But I underrated him. It's no match. I'll win. You know, and then also my own people, Titi Kateno and his people, this skirt and blouse. But if Titi Kateno wins the primaries today, I will support him. I am an NDC person. Yeah. If he wins the primaries, if he contests as he's the NDC candidate, I will support him because I am NDC.
But the seat is back.
The seat is back. Yeah, we fought hard. We fought hard, and the seat is back.
It was an interesting matchup between now Odole Soa and Gerald Nyanyofio. But then the NDC took back the seat. Is there anything from your previous contest with Odote Soa that played into the hands of the NDC in there? No.
We won. You see, I said we won. When I lost, we won by the president by 5,000 vote difference.
Okay.
You understand? So you could tell that we were divided as NDC, and then my underrating this thing. The shoe is big because people started having nostalgic feelings that when Namali was the MP, he was doing this, he was accessible, he was with the people, he comes to the people. Why are we not getting it from Vincent Odote? You understand? So the MPP themselves knew that if they bring Vincent Odote, he will lose. So he lost the primaries. Yeah. You understand? And they brought Nanofio. Nanofio, who was here, was an NDC. I never knew him to be MPP. His family, his mother and all, they are all NDC people. The mother said, you see, my son is contesting. I understand. Your son is contesting, so you can vote for your son. But make sure you vote for president. Mama, She didn't give me any response, though. So we knew we would win with our hard work.
Yeah, but looking at your 12-year span in Parliament, what would you say are some of the imprints around the constituency that you can talk about for,
I would not blow
12 years, to the point that you are narrating a person who
will not blow his
in the election that
I want you to go and do the survey. Ask the people. Go to, they are here. Just go down, ask them. What did Nyamasana Male do with Adekotopo? Apart from the social interventions that I did for them, and the paying school fees and all that, apart from that one, infrastructure that I wasn't sitting in Parliament. I was going to ministry, department, and agencies. When I see the thing, the budget, when they are bringing their projects and all that, when I look at it, I see that this thing will benefit. I start lobbying, so they will make sure that Adekotopo is captured in it. You understand? Make sure that Adekotopo is captured. I was doing all this underground, and I was getting the town roads officing and all this. I got all those schools, hospitals. Look, things that I gave to the hospital, the Lagina hospital that Nanado has now made it a football field. You know,
I think it's a football.
It's a football field now.
One of the abandoned projects.
Go to the Lagina hospital. What is happening there? It's a park.
Your MP has consistently been raising questions about it.
There's nothing going on there. How do you destroy?
Part of those that has been captured to be delivered.
How do you destroy a whole hospital? You demolish a whole hospital without any alternative. When you are not ready to build, you haven't even gotten the money. So that hospital, I gave them a generator, 2 big generators, plant. I won't call it plant, 2 big plants. One was bought by my common fund. The other one was given to me by Sylvester Mensah. I went to lobby Sylvester. He was the NHIS this boss. We lobbied him and he gave it to us. I gave them incubator. But I initiated the new data center. I gave them incubators. I bought incubators. I went at the labor room. They were delivering on hard wood.
How much of a relief would it be to the people of Adekotopo if that hospital if that project is fixed?
If that hospital
is fixed, if that hospital today
if it were to be in existence, to bring a whole lot of relief to the people over there, with the people of Adekotopo.
I thought funding has been approved.
Where? That's what they told us before. They told us to thank you Nanado for fixing the general hospital. Has it been fixed? They keep promising. It's promising. That's what they say. You as a journalist, one is in one factory. Is it a reality?
Well,
it's gibberish. It's gibberish. Like this place, they'll say, this is one. As Nanado came, there's be an office for all people who want to do commission for oath and all those things. They want to change their name, date of birth. It is gibberish. When he promised one district, one factory, people were thinking of him building a real physical factories in all the districts. One district, one dam. We were thinking of we'll get a dam that will get dry season. We'll be able to get water to water our animals and plants. Is that what we are seeing? The
explanation gave them what I was given at the time was mainly going to be private-public partnership for the establishment of these.
Is that what they told us there? Is that what they told us in the campaign? That's why I want you journalists. You see, journalists, don't tell me that explanation given by them. The expectation of the people when they give the promise. That is what we are talking about. Yeah. You see, the country is being ruled on propaganda basis, and they are stealing and chopping our money and enjoying life. Imagine President Mama playing for $17,000 an hour. Imagine what will have happened in Ghana here. Just imagine that. Imagine things that are going on. If it were to be President Mama, what would have happened? But I'll say the Ghanaian journalists are not helping the country. You think you are doing me, Nyamasana Mwale, but you will suffer, your children and children, because you are not working well, because that is your field. Okay. Me, I believe in journalism. All the interview that I'm having here, you can go to your station and can trace it. It will be like I'm insulting NDC.
That would not be fair.
No, I'm not saying that will not be fair to me. But if you are diabolical, you can trace it and it will be like I'm insulting NDC. If you can cut and paste and join these things and then make it look like it had been done to me before.
That would be unprofessional on my part.
But the people do it. Okay. Joy FM has done it to me before.
They're not here to defend.
Gusitano's team has done it to me before. Okay. Joy FM, I gave an interview in Elmina when I was a deputy minister in charge of fisheries. The question the person asked me, he cut it and when he waited when I'm on leave and I'm in United States, they said iron. There's one of the people say, why are you giving these stupid answers and all that? I say, the man is just twisting the whole thing. Ever since, anytime I'm giving interview, I record it myself. as they are recording, I also record. When I was an MP, I record. So anytime somebody does that diabolical mischief, I will just play the radio.
Okay, Honorable, let's come to the Planting for Food and Jobs. It was touted before the election as one of the things that the NPP would, the government, Akufo-Addo administration would do. Initial funding, 156 million Canadian dollars from the Canadian government, which was invested into that. This is your field. You've run that. You've been part of the team that has run the agric ministry before. How do you assess?
We look for that money. You see, that's it. Guardian journalists should have at least go back and see what was happening in agric before that money. It's for agric extension delivery, and this is what we have been doing all along as Ministry of Agric. I was a civil servant in the Ministry of Agric before becoming a minister or before becoming an MP. Look, Rawlings gave pickups, extension delivery tools, equipment and tools to all the district officers. Then all the district officers were having their cars, all their office things that they will use to deliver the extension services, the extension knowledge to the farmers. These don't do things. So the money that was coming was for extension delivery. So they only christen it, just like Kufuor built the Jubilee House, name it Jubilee House. Atamis came and swore affidavit and name it. Rename it. Atamis did not swear affidavit. Atamis said, Kufuor, you didn't swear affidavit in changing the name. You should have sworn affidavit to change the name from Jubilee House, from Independence, from how do you call it? Flagstaff House to Jubilee House. The name in the books was Flagstaff House. So Atamis came and then it was Flagstaff House. Akufo-Addo came and then swore an affidavit and changed it to Jubilee House. You see, when I say swore affidavit in quote, he now officially documented, legally changed it to Jubilee House. Kufuor didn't do that. But it was the Jubilee House. It was the seat of government, whether Flagstaff House or is the seat. So they just christen it, Planting for Food and Jobs. It is extension delivery money.
Well, what is the real challenge?
The whole thing that were coming are the same thing that were coming if NDC had won power. The same thing would have come. The pickups, the equipment, the leaflets, and all those things that we will do. The Canadians, the understanding we have with the Canadians, what we're going to do is the same thing. Nothing changed. Consistently,
numbers have been released. The Institute for Food Policy Research has, in its latest report published in 2021, acknowledges that there are challenges, but in terms of food production,
who tries the issue of food policy? I'm hearing for the first time. Since when did it come? It's a think tank.
It's a reputable international food
Look,
policy.
let me tell you that institute, they are aligned to the NPP, because I remember when I was a minister, I was sitting in a plane traveling in Europe, and I saw a leaflet that I picked from that institute of that international food think tank, and they were praising Kufuor that he has built, is it 12 or 14 landing sites? That he has finished 12 landing sites. And that time, if you see this MP, Teresa Wuni, I told her that, look, you are a communicator. Take this in and then let people know that it's not true.
But for you, what is the real challenge of Planting for Food and Jobs? Is it just that it's been rechristened or because the credit is not being given?
No. I'm not talking of the credit. What I'm saying is that it is the NDC that negotiated for all those things. And the things that the NDC negotiated are the things that came. The things that the NDC will do are the things that they are supposed to do. And they call it Planting for Food and Jobs. Did they implement it the way the NDC will have implemented it? If they say it has increased food production, they should give it a statistic. Because I keep asking, what has been the food production? Crop production, not agriculture. Agriculture includes timber and all those things, timber export and all those fisheries from the sea and all those things, and even the fish is not the quantity, but the quality of the fish that is caught, that increases the GDP of the agriculture production. But I'm talking of crop production. The Ministry of Agriculture should let us see at their website how much crop did you produce. Then if you go to Statistical Services Department, you go to their website. The whole thing, assessing those information are very difficult. Why is it so? If you know you are speaking the truth, as I'm sitting there, I'm speaking the truth. So I'm not afraid.
Daring them to challenge the facts that you're putting out.
Yes, you can challenge me. So why is that it's difficult for us to see crop production in either the Institute of the Statistical Service Labs website or Ministry of Agriculture website? You are claiming that you have produced so much food. You understand? But we haven't seen any export. Have we seen any export of the grains? And then we are borrowing grains from the bank, the ECOWAS bank, into Ghana. Why were you borrowing grains? All these things are indicators that tells you that the another indicator is that the price of kenke is going up while the size is going down. Why is this so? Formerly, I was buying kenke 1 cedi. Now I buy kenke 2 cedis. Why is this so? And you claim you are producing food. Why are we not seeing the glut? Why are our warehouses not full? Not a propaganda warehouse. We should know the warehouses that journalists like you should go and verify that. Oh, go here. How many metric tons of grains do you have?
Okay.
Why are we not seeing it?
Yeah. Okay. On that note, we'll take a break. When I come back, there are more issues to explore on the chamber. We're back after the break. Stay with us. You're welcome back from the break. This is still the chamber right here on City TV. Niamasana Mwale is my guest. Honorable Niamasana Mwale, let's come to your constituency, Dade Kotopon. This constituency for some time now. You've had some issues with of land with the military. How can it be resolved as someone who has? Why do
they want to cheat us? The military. Why do they want to cheat us? In the first place, you have not paid any compensation to the land that you are occupying over there. In the second place, you have no documents. I'm telling you, they don't have any document in occupying that land. You claim, oh, we pay your forefathers. Give us the receipt. If you pay our forefathers, it should reflect in the budget, the subsequent budget, the colonial budget. They are all there. Go to London Museum and the London Archives. You will see all of those things there. The amount of money, how the thing was. They have gone there, but they are seeing that they pay nothing to the people of Dade Kotopon. The chief and people of Dade Kotopon, they pay nothing to them. It is our land. They are buying time and micromanaging us, micromanaging our chiefs, you know. And our
that's a controversial thing to say.
I'm telling you, they are micromanaging them. I'm telling you, I'm a citizen of La. They are micromanaging our people, and they are cheating our people. Nanado government, they are cheating our people. I will come to the trade fair land. You understand? So all what I'm saying is that the land belongs to us. During the elections, the MP people came and they were making us. Oh, Nanado has given Plateau to us. He has released the land to us. That night, in the night I was sleeping and they were disturbing me. I got and said, get out from this place and stop those politics. The man has not given any land to you. They went and put a signboard there. The military went and brought down that signboard. We can't fight them because they are holding guns. But the land belongs to us.
But there should be legal ways within which you can.
Well, do you think we have not exhausted it? We have been doing everything. Can you take the military to court? We have been doing everything. They don't mind us. They are using power, military power, to subdue and to suppress us. We have the clips. We can show you the clips when we march to Plateau. Even if we are marching to Plateau, what are we going to do there? Are we going to destroy the land? Why did they release the military on us and beat us? Why did they do that? You understand? So to me, the Nanado government, and then I heard rumor that the minister said, oh, you see, the land will need to. His wife is from La. Oh, if we leave the land to the people, they will still sell it. And so what? If Dade Kotopon, a citizen of La, you leave the land to the people of La, and the citizen of La say, I'm selling it. Yes, he has the right.
What about the argument that it's 37, or that enclave is a security installation, national security considerations?
Which one?
And because of that,
which one?
The area in question.
Which area? It's not in 37. It's Plateau here.
Yeah.
It's not in 37. What about the
so I remember going there
the lorry park is behind
just
the Ministry of Defense.
Yes, that
the lorry park is behind the lorry park. The 37 lorry park is behind the Ministry of Defense. What's the security implication? That lorry park is near the license office. What's the security implication? Survey department is near the Ministry of Defense. What's the security implication?
There's no justification.
They are just cheating the people of La. Give the land back to the people of La. Let our chief sell it and pocket the money. I will be satisfied. Let my chief sell the land and pocket the money. At least they are the citizens of La. Our forefathers fought for our land. So you can't tell me that if you give it to the chief, they will sell it. Let me come to the trade fair land. The trade fair, the only thing is I was waiting for them to bring down all the buildings. Then I'll tell the people of land, go and build on it. Because it is your land. The 99 years is past. You renew the land again for 99 years illegally by the Lands Commission with collaboration with government officials. Illegally, they have renewed it to 99 years. The people of the La Traditional Council says they know nothing about it. I challenge them to come and tell me that the 99 years that they have renewed the lease, the 99 years that they have renewed the lease, the La Traditional Council is aware of it. They say they are not aware of it. Ask our MP. They told our MP that they are not aware of it. The trade fair land. Why do you have to cheat people like that? And you know, sometimes the colonizer will also use the colonies to do that. Do you know the Sagaranti War?
Yeah.
There's a Sir Garnet Worsley War. Yeah. The Ashantis, between the Ashantis and the British. The British that came to fight, they went and brought the people from Jamaica. Black Africans, they brought them to come and fight, and they are fighting the English. So
what they're
using my brother Magdan. My brother Magdan is the.
These are very serious allegations.
No, which one? The Sagaranti Worsley War.
No, the Magdan.
Magdan is the board chairman of the Trade Fair Authority. Yeah. He's my brother. Yeah. I respect him, and he has been helping me in so many ways. But what I'm saying is that they are using him because he's a citizen of law. That 99 years renewal is illegal.
What about the argument that your chiefs have also given in to that?
No, our chiefs says they have not gotten anything. For that, I can say on authority, taking the fact from my member of parliament, which I believe her, what she told me, and I believe they told her that they don't know anything about the trade fair land, how the thing has been demolished and how the thing has been renewed. Ask Prince Derek Ajay, he will also tell you the same thing, that it is illegal. They have taken it, they have renewed it for 99 years, so I'm told by Prince, and that renewal is illegal. The people of Dadekotopon, the chiefs and people of Dadekotopon know nothing about it. So
what are you doing to challenge them?
Even the one that Kwame Nkrumah took by executive order, they haven't paid compensation. No. You understand? So the whole thing is that we can move in and do whatever that we want to do there, because the law says, is it Article 20? Says that if they are not using it for the purpose, why they have to give it to the people back. They have the first option to pay. The money they gave to you, you have to refund that money, even at the prevailing rate. But here is the case: they gave us nothing. They say, I hear something, whether it's a third tale or whether it is true, that our money is being held escrow. If our money is being held escrow and it's accruing interest, okay, take the money and then give our land back to us and let us sell it the way we want to sell it. Me, I wish the chief of law, the president of the chief and people of law will sell the land and pocket the money and chop it. Me, I have no problem than for somebody to come and take it without giving compensation to our people.
Okay. In the last election for the flag bearer of the NDC, you were not with the leader of the party who led the NDC into the 2020 election. Obviously, ranks were closed after that. This is 2021, barely 3 years to election 2024. The NDC has started reorganizing. The flag bearer of the NDC has gone around doing a thank you tour, and also energizing the base of the party. In which direction should the NDC be headed going into the 2024
you made
elections?
a statement first. The last election, I was with Professor Joshua Labi.
Yes, that's the point I was making.
We were campaigning before President Mahama came in.
Okay.
Know that difference. I was with Professor Labi. President Mahama has never said he's contesting. I was supporting Professor Labi. We were going around doing our campaign last minute before he came in, and the grassroots were for him, and he won. Immediately he won. All of us, including Professor Labi and myself, we supported him because it is democratic, our internal democracy. He won the primaries, and all of us must rally behind him. We will not do skirt and blouse. So we rallied behind him, we contested, we supported. He won and he was cheated. He went to court and the court says no, he hasn't won. Fine. This time around, from all indication, I've seen that he wants to contest. And he's going with Professor Joshua Labi, wherever that they are going. Me, Nia Masana Male, I'm for him. I'm supporting him. I will campaign for him. He's going to be our flag bearer and he's going to win this election 2024. We are NDC. We are not enemies. President Mahama was my friend in parliament. I respect him. I met him in parliament. We talk. He was MP for 3 terms or 4 terms. 3 terms. I've been MP for 3 terms. We are
96 to 2008. Yeah.
So why should we fight? We are not fighting. The only thing is that all those who were for Mama, were they hating Alabi? Were they anti-Alabi? They were not anti-Alabi. Is that not it?
Yeah.
The same way I was supporting Alabi doesn't make me anti-Mama. I am not anti-Mama, and I have never been anti-Mama. Just that our constitution allows pluralism for our primaries. It was open. We went in first, and he came in. We didn't win. We came together and prosecuted the election. I was a polling agent, and the next time I'll be polling agent. And I'm using this opportunity to tell all NDC gurus, don't just be following the flag bearer wherever that is go. Go and be a polling agent in your small village, wherever you are. Make sure that you put people there that will make it, because at least where I went, I know that at least even though I didn't win, I brought down certain things. It gave my people confidence to come and vote, and we were able to close the gap. Because I was at Laboni, where we have never won before. You understand? Yeah. So I'm using this opportunity to tell all NDC people to make sure you take part in the electionary process.
But in terms of the structure of the leadership of the party at the national level, what are your own thoughts?
I'm contesting. I will be contested by the grace of God. If all things be equal, I will contest for Deputy General Secretary or the NDC.
What has informed that decision?
Oh, well, you see, I had wanted to be a flag bearer before. But I take inspiration from Suglo of Benin. He was the president of Benin. He lost the election, went and contested the mayor of Cotonou, and won and performed wonderfully well. I don't have a problem at all. I can contest for Kunelu Apreku was contesting for presidential. He came out and contested for MP. Is that not it? Yeah. I don't want to contest for MP, but I just want to be part of the process for us to win 2024. Because let me tell you, if somebody has been an MP, has been a minister before, there's no place that he cannot enter. I don't fear anybody. So I take inspiration from Asiedu Ketia. When the Banda case came, if Asiedu Ketia had never been an MP, had never been a minister, had never been so strong before, he wouldn't have got there. He would have sat down and then people would cheat us. But me, that inspiration, I said, yes, that's what you have to do. I want to take the Deputy General Secretary position so that I will be able to be vocal and fight for the NDC. Because I don't fear anybody. I don't fear any office. Because all those in the institution, the military, the police, they are just people like me. I've gone on retirement. So if I were to be in the police, they would be under me. I've been a civil servant before. If I had been in the civil service, they will all be under me. You understand? Because I rose to the rank in the civil service. I've worked as a public servant, and I know everything in the public service, in the private sector, everything. So in the electioneering thing, I've done it since 2000. I've been a polling agent since 2000. I've been working on it, so I'm going into it to make sure that the NDC get strong and vocal people to defend the party and to make sure that nobody cheats it.
We know that you don't shy away from controversy, and if you're in Parliament, your views would have been known. There is this bill currently under consideration, the Promotion of Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill, the anti-gay bill as it's been popularly framed. What are your own views on
I don't think it's anti-gay bill. I think it's a bill to make things see our way clear.
Okay.
Because all these things, Section 104 of Act 29.
No natural carnal knowledge.
Yes. So how it is going now, the bill will let us see our roadmap legally well. That is all what I will say. And I'm not saying if you are in your room and you are doing whatever you want to, I don't care. You understand? But don't come and pollute my children. Don't come and, if you think you are doing something good, do it and go with your while. But you can't come and tell my child, oh, you can do it, go and do it. No, don't come and solicit it. Yes, you are doing it. Well, they are all over these places, all over in Dadikotopon. I see them. Do I have anything to do? I can eat with you. I can do everything with you. But don't come and pollute my children. And at the same time, don't go and beat them because they are gay or they are practicing lesbianism. Don't go and beat them.
But there are various portions of this bill that criminalizes conduct. People may be jailed for 5 years.
Of course, yes. If you do something that is against the constitution,
you support that.
If you are doing something against the constitution, but do you support pedophile?
I don't support pedophile.
Do you know queer life? queer. Q.
That's
queer.
how they all classify.
Pedophile is a queer life.
Yeah.
So somebody to go and sodomize my 10-year-old son, you see, you should not go to jail.
And that's not the argument.
That is the argument I'm also putting to you.
Argument.
No, that's the Q. Queer life. You go and sodomize my son. You want the person should not go to jail. Eh? You go and take my 8-year-old daughter and pull her clitoris, and you don't want that person to go to jail, but that person should work in the name of human rights. You say you don't give birth. Who should give birth to humans for them to get the right?
So for you, this is not human rights issue. So
No,
protecting our values.
It's our values.
Yeah.
As for human rights, they have a right. You have a right not to be killed. You have a right not to be beaten. You have a right not to be insulted for being gay. I will not insult you for being gay. But don't come and tell my child to come and be a gay. If my child thinks she's a gay, let her go and say she want to. Let him go and say he want to be gay. But don't come and educate my child that be a gay. So when your eyes get rotten, I will use my money to go and do surgery. I will not do it.
Okay.
You understand?
Tell us finally about your work as a commissioner.
I'm just doing commissioner for to help the community here. Okay. And also I enjoy doing it. I'm enjoying interacting with people. When I'm sitting here, what will I be doing? If I employ people to do things for me, then what? It's not about money, but it's about getting something to do, serving the community, and then getting the challenges to help people to come out of their challenges and all those things. So to me, it's an interesting work that I'm doing. So if you have any change of name, any legal issue, bring it, and I will make sure I will solve it for you. And when I solve it for you, I become happy, because I'm happy when I help people. That's the Honorable Nyamasa Namwale. This has been this week's edition of The Chamber right here on City TV. We'll be back same time next week on the same channel with another interesting edition of The Chamber. My name is Duke Mensopoko. Keep watching City TV for the very best in programming.